Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Kristen from BSC Army, the first decentralized autonomous organization for social media on Binance Smart Chain. Today we're welcoming Baba, Master Wizard from Wizard Financial, and we're gonna host our live MA section today. Also, we're broadcasting from the BSC Army YouTube channel. So again, if you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for other interesting videos that are coming up next. Um, Also, please stay back until the end of this live because we're having a giveaway for those who drop the best comments or the best questions in the comments section, and with the reward of 100 USDT. Um, oh yeah, we have another interesting giveaway that is happening in the end of this live, so stay tuned for that, guys. Hi, Baba.
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing?
Pretty good. Could you hear me? Does my mic sound all right?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Uh, so are you ready to give a little introduction about yourself?
Yeah. So my name is Brian Ferrato. My alias is Baba, and in the community over time, I became the Great Baba, which is weird because I don't feel like I'm that great, but when you're the head of a crypto project, everyone will just hype you up, regardless of like who you actually are. I'm just like a guy who does pixel art and some game development that I got into just a few years ago. Should I go? I'm not sure how long of an introduction you want me to give. Do you want me to go in
Well, you can
more
move
into the?
on to you can move on to your project introduction right now.
Okay, yeah. So for the product introduction, um, yeah, a couple months ago, I just had an idea about like if we had a crypto website that instead of just being like a fork of PancakeSwap, because there's a lot of those out there, I thought it would be neat if we kind of gamified it a bit more and made it so that you have a character on screen. Right now, it's at wizard.financial. We have like a wizard that's flying around to wherever you click on the website, or maybe in the future. Sorry, I was spacing it. Yeah, so in the future, we want to make it so that like you could travel from page to page just by flying the wizard from like left to right. You could hit hidden pages that aren't gonna be there, like on the main UI tab. So that was like my initial thought, and then I was talking to a good friend of mine about it, and he was like, "Dude, I'm doing smart contracts now. Like we could make this project actually happen." And I was just showing him like some pixel art that I made like based off of it, where like there's a character just jumping around like like text boxes that would be on a website. And yeah, that's kind of what just got the project going. And now we have a lot of we're gonna have a lot of NFT utility. We're gonna have a lot of video games, play to earn kind of stuff. We have a pretty ambitious roadmap, but I guess I'll leave the more specific information for the actual questions.
Yep. So for the name, I think it's kind of interesting how you came up with that. Can you do you have any like story to back up for that? Like
For
wizard?
wizard, yeah. So the token wizard, I think thought, my first thought was to make the tag for it like WZRD, and then I saw that there was already like one of those, and there's like going to be tags wherever you go. But at first, I thought like if it's already taken, I might as well just make it the whole thing because one of my friends told me like, hey, you don't have to limit yourself to like 4 or 5 letters. You could fit all of wizard in there, and I was like, all right, I'm just going to do that. And then some people were like, don't you think that's going to be confusing though? Because your project is named Wizard and then your coin is named Wizard. I was like, I'll just slap a dollar sign in front of it like everyone else does, and like hopefully that'll be enough. But either way, like it gets the point across. It's wizard based. I had already made a video game. Last year I wrapped it up. I was developing it for about a year and a half, but I on this next game that I wanted to do, even before I got into crypto, I knew that I wanted to make it kind of like Dungeons and Dragons themed with different like fantasy classes. So I already wanted to make a game based on a wizard anyways. So I figured like, hey, if we could make a cryptocurrency and add a utility to it, why not?
Well, yeah, I saw your little wizard on your website.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I kind of also like tried to play it for a little while. It was really like it was really exciting and like it's so cute how you're like the little cartoon like running around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
really the artwork is like low resolution, but there's something like
Uh-huh.
really charming about it. I don't claim to be like the best pixel artist by any means. I've only been doing it a couple years, and I started like from scratch with no experience
Did you
prior.
yeah, do you design the wizard yourself?
Yeah, I do all of the pixel art. Um,
Oh.
I I have to rush some of it out like so fast because on the website wizard.financial, for anyone who doesn't already know about it, um,
Mm-hmm.
I like we made every single page have a different background, and some of them are like animated. Um, so the whole background is like a GIF, like
Mm-hmm.
1920 by 1080, like resolution. So it takes some time and effort to do that. But when we were first developing it, we thought we were going to be launching within the first like couple weeks. I think it ended up taking us closer to 2 months. But so
Ooh.
I got all the artwork done. I was doing like maybe two or three backgrounds for it a day in the beginning, just rushing through it. And then we found out like we have a little bit more time. So I was like, okay, I could make them animated GIFs then. Um, which like started setting the bar higher and higher, which in the end is going to be good. But it was a lot to take on because like I said, just 2 months ago, it was just like a thought that I had. I didn't know that we were going to actually have a project on it. So we came a long way.
Yeah, I mean, it would be kind of boring for us just to talk about it and not show like the visual presentation of your wizard project.
Mhm.
So right now, yeah, we have the video, like the teaser of the game. So we
Yeah.
would like to show the audience.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, yeah, we'll take a yeah, yeah, so showing. That was kind of fun.
We did it.
Okay, so to get to know more about Wizard Financial, as you mentioned that when you like first start the idea of like creating this game, you had another friend that helped you with all the smart contract things and all
Hmm.
that. Yeah, I was wondering if you have like a whole core team helping you in that stage, or it was just like the two of you, like two friends.
So there's, I guess,
Like, yeah,
so
like how
yeah,
many
for our
members do you
core
have?
team, it's just me and my friend Wuzzard as like the
Uh-huh.
absolute core team. We have
Okay.
some Telegram admins that we picked up to help like when one of us isn't around or when some of us are sleeping, to have someone else pick up and just answer like any FUD that's like there's going to be FUD in like any Telegram you go to. Um, but yeah, we have some other developers like freelance that I would hire. So like since I started out game developing like only a couple years ago, and I like knew literally nothing about it. For
Mm-hmm.
like boss fights and some stuff like that, I'll have like a, a trusted freelancer that I've been using to help me out with some of those updates. And I'm sure that Wuzzard is also like picking up help from other people. Um, there's Ismail, which is actually he's been a huge help. He's one of our Telegram members. me and him we kind of became buddies even before Wizard, when I was just making like
Oh.
artwork and selling them as NFTs. And he ended up making all of the bots in Telegram, like the Shieldy bot that you see and everything. Like he made that,
Mm-hmm.
and he also he did the website coding to have our wizard actually like fly around on screen. Initially, we had him running,
Oh.
and then you run into a lot of issues with like the resolution of the page going between like
Yeah.
mobile and like different screen sizes on desktop. So
Uh-huh.
he would show up like higher and lower on certain screens, and then that's when I had the idea. I was like, well, if it's a lot harder to do on a web page than it is in a video game, and we have this vertical problem where sometimes he's too high, why don't we just like make him fly? And then that way we could unlock the y-axis and make him fly like wherever you click. So that's kind of how all that developed. But yeah, sorry, I got way off track there. But yeah, we have just 2 core members, and we got a
Oh.
lot of help from friends along the way.
I mean, it's good to start with like just a small circle, and then like you can kind of develop it to like a bigger team for a project later.
Yeah, we're thinking about it. We might bring another person on board for to help with marketing and just to take some pressure off of me so that I could focus more on like the game development and pixel art. Because right now it's honestly really hard trying to like focus on one thing and then also like manage Telegram. And I
True.
have to remember
Mm.
like anytime something significant happens, I have to make a Medium article about it. I have to tweet about it, and it's like a lot. It's a lot to
Yeah.
balance while you're doing pixel art. And then it's like I also have to live like a normal real life at the same time, which right now I'm just not doing. Like most days, like I fit in like one outing every once in a while, but yeah, there's been a couple days so far where I'm just, and we only launched a couple days ago. We launched on the 15th, but yeah, most days I'm just sitting here from like dawn till dusk, just working on stuff. So
Well,
I'm sure
yeah.
my wife would be very happy if we brought another person into the team.
Well, it must have been hard for like just the two of you and like to carry all that work on your shoulders for the last 2 months.
Yeah, my hat's off to Wizard. He really is a wizard. I have no idea how he gets as much done on his end as he does. I wish I could be half as productive as he is.
Yeah. Well, you guys have the game on like computers, like yeah, right now it's like launching on computers and just that. Have you ever thought about maybe moving it to a mobile phone, like mobile game as well?
Yeah, so we're gonna develop like various games. I already put up, even before we had any funding, we were funding a lot of the
Mm-hmm.
game development and like all the marketing out of our own pockets to start off with. So one of the games that I developed, like just because I thought it'd be fun if we have like a Flappy Bird clone, which is Fluppy
Mm.
Was or Fluppy Wuzzard. That's one of the 2 games on our website
Oh
that I
yeah,
made
yeah, I
before
saw
we
it.
even launched. So yeah, I put
Yeah.
like a little thing that keeps track of your score just for that one session. Um, and it doesn't keep like high score because I honestly I put it together in like one day, and I thought it'd be really
Mm.
fun if we like while we're launching to build hype, if we have giveaways of like $10 or $25 or something, where like whoever gets the high score in like 24 hours just gets the prize. Because it's I don't know,
Mm.
it's fun to do little things like that. So yeah, I think we're gonna develop more games for that, and I think you could play Fluffy Wizard on mobile. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we'll have more definitely. We have a lot that we want to do. We're
Yeah.
releasing a on for desktop. We're gonna have a full scale like top down RPG that we're gonna have play to
Oh.
earn functionality with. We'll eventually have it so that you could earn NFTs from getting the Steam achievements on it as well. And we're going to be releasing the platformers that you saw the demo level of. I'm going to release that. We're building the engine right now, so we're going to go like level by level, like maybe one
Mm-hmm.
level every couple weeks, so that we could keep development going, but still give people levels while they're like playing. Because the crypto world moves so fast, you know, you have to
True.
keep interest. in the project, like even if I take a couple weeks for each level, that still takes a long time. But I'll also be able to work on a couple more mobile games as well, definitely, and I'm looking forward to it.
Right.
It's all about, if you cater to as many people as you can and keep as many people as you can happy, then good things are bound to happen, I think.
Yeah, I mean, especially like you have to run after the trend, like just for a specific amount of time. Like it's only like hot during that time, but maybe not hot during like other time. Yeah. Well, right now NFT games are like the trend. So,
Yeah.
I've seen like so many other games on the BSC network before. What do you think that makes your game, that makes Wizard Financial stand out? What key features, like what's special about it?
Um, Special about it. So yeah, there's a lot of NFT projects. I don't know of many of them that have like play to earn with Steam achievements that are linked through Steam yet. Obviously, it exists if we're going to be doing it, and we have some really, really, really strong partnerships coming up with different NFT functionality, like inside of video games, so that like you could use them for staking. And you could also use them to get like in-game benefits. We don't know exactly what they're going to be yet because we haven't made them. But just an example, if we want to like unlock a certain level or a certain character or a certain spell, we could. Those are all things that we have the potential at least to do. And we already have play to earn coming with like Steam achievements. So not a lot of people are doing that yet. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of competition. There's a lot of really nice and amazing projects out there. I think that we're just going to partner up with a lot of them, as we already are. And we have to keep making it like profitable for the investors and for the players, because
Right.
we're kind of trying to build up a system where our token, our NFTs, and our games all kind of use and rely on each other. So we're going to need to incentivize people to buy our token, and we're going to give them utility where they could like use that for stuff in games. And then in the games, it's like, how do you keep people from like playing your games? It's like, okay, well, you incentivize them to play your games by having NFTs or having play to earn. Then it's like, okay, so how do you incentivize them to get NFTs? And it's like you make it so that they could either make money with the NFTs, or they could get like new levels and assets in the game. So they all kind of like it's like this endless feedback loop where people just keep on benefiting from it. Yeah, it's a pretty good model, I think. And we're just going to keep on developing. Like, we have a very ambitious roadmap. So I think a lot of people are focused on like maybe just doing one thing. We're going to do many, many different things, and we're going to be able to do almost all of them, or probably all of them, really, really well, because the groundwork is being made by our partnerships. So like the Steam achievement stuff, we already have a partnership for that, right? So they already developed that technology so that we don't have to. And that's why we're going to be able to do so many things so well, is because just partnerships. And then in those partnerships, we're going to find more new investors. So I think branching out, pleasing everyone, and finding new communities is just going to keep us going really strongly in the future.
Yeah, what partnerships have you guys had so far? I was wondering.
So far, on day, what was it? Day 2, day 3. All the days are a blur right now in the development world with launching. Really fast, we got Koala DeFi staking live. Partnerships we have. I'm not sure how many of them I could mention that we haven't went live with yet. It's fine. It won't. If anything, this is probably just free publicity. But so we're working behind the scenes right now with the TAP project, which is they're on Ethereum, but they're coming over to Binance Smart Chain as well, and they're able to like bridge stuff back and forth very easily. I think our NFTs are going to be hosted. We plan on having our own NFT marketplace someday, but right now we're working on the games and everything. So in the meantime, our partnership for NFTs is going to be Altura. So they offered us our own like pretty much like spotlight to showcase all of our
Ooh.
NFTs once we release them. So that's going to be really big.
Yeah, that.
There's a lot of other partnerships that I'm looking forward to having that I don't quite have anything solidified yet, but I'm very close friends just because of my nature and I guess in being in the community and doing pixel art for different projects. I'm a big fan of Tree DeFi. I hope to have some
Oh.
staking stuff with them. I really like
Mm.
Astronaut. Actually, my old profile picture used to be this. Where is it? That poster of those
Oh yeah,
astronauts
yeah.
lying down. Yeah, that used to be
Uh-huh.
my profile picture. I started out
Oh.
actually making pixel art for Astronaut just for fun,
Oh.
and then Tree DeFi ended up hiring me after they saw that pixel art to do the pixel art for their King of the Forest game that they have on their website.
Mm.
So yeah, I guess I got a lot of mileage out of pixel art, to be honest. There's a lot of partnerships that I've been able to create for it. It's not really my place to say, but I'll say Koala DeFi. I did some work with them for NFT stuff that's coming in the future. I don't really want to
Mm.
say more than that because that's their project, but
Yeah.
yeah, it also started with them too. So yeah, I'd say Koala DeFi, Astronaut, hopefully more with Tree DeFi in the future. Altura, Tap Project. I'm gonna feel so bad if I'm forgetting any, and I remember them later on. We wanted we want to partner up with ApeSwap as well. We've been in talks for a long
Mm.
time. Julian from ApeSwap, he's had my back for a while now, just kind of giving me guidance on stuff over time. So I definitely look forward to. Right now, all of our API is routed on PancakeSwap, but after that liquidity gets unlocked, I would be more than happy to move a lot of it over to ApeSwap, and we want to start making games with them and probably do some NFT collaborations as well. But there's a lot of different partnerships, and it's growing more and more every day. Also, the most important projects so far have obviously been Oxbowl and Seedify Fund because they launched our IDOs. We had a dual IDO, so they both launched us. Like Oxbowl raised a large portion, and then Seedify as well. Yeah, we're just spreading out all over the place, I guess.
That sounds like a lot of plans
Yeah, sorry,
going.
it's just a
Yeah.
lot.
No, no, it's fine. Yeah, well, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
So like what products does your project offer? What kind of products has been released so far, and what are the main functions about them?
Okay. Oh man, I mean, I rant so much that I already talked about most of that. But so yeah, so we have our demo game, which is essentially the reason I made the demo game is because I've seen a lot of projects on the Binance Smart Chain that have had their IDO launch. They've raised like $1 million, like right off the bat. And then if you look at their website, they have like almost nothing new coming out. And it's I don't really know why, but I wanted to show people that like we could deliver even before they give us any investment, any faith, anything. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna start developing this platforming engine out of my own pocket to fund it. So I started the platforming engine there just to show people that part of our products are going to be these games. So we already have
Yeah.
the games. I've already sold the NFTs like on a personal level, and now with all these partnerships, it's going to be even easier. And we now we're in the process of making, and by in the process, I mean it could even be out like within the next few days. But it's things kind of like most of the time take longer than there's always delays, and
Yeah.
I don't like letting people down. So I've just been telling people maybe in the next 1 or 2 weeks, but we could even see that NFT Steam achievement functionality in the next few days, in all honesty. So yeah, we already have games to give people. We already have our token. We already have staking. It's and our website is being updated. I think today we're gonna have our own kind of staking betting like it's like pseudo crypto gambling game that's also going to have all the art assets, and all the spirit of Wizard and everything. It's going to be called the Dragon's Den. So yeah, we already have branching out a little bit into crypto gambling, and these are things we're able to do because we're branching out. Having different people, not our core team members, but those other people that can handle different things. We're getting different people on all of it. So we have a lot of products already, and we've only been launched for like 4 days.
Yeah, that sounds like you mentioned all the products and like how they have been launched on the game, but can you like give us a little more detailed description of how they work together, like how they're related to each other and how like how they're benefiting each other in the game, like all the products.
Oh, in game, yeah. I guess in my earlier renting, I went into some of that as well, but that would just go back to the like how NFTs are going to give you like staking privileges on our website. Are you asking, I guess before I get into it, I should ask, are you asking for what we have right now at this very moment, or just what we're doing in general?
What you guys have right now?
Right now. Okay. Little hard because we just launched 4 days ago. But
really?
Yeah,
maybe
right,
you can just talk about it in general, like the whole game.
Well, I'll just start with what we have now. So what we have right now is we have staking and we have demo games. That's not connected to play to earn yet, but in the next week, that's probably going to be a thing. We have a full scale RPG game that's probably has like 6 to 8 hours of gameplay from start to finish. Maybe longer, because honestly, some people just don't blow through games as fast as I normally do. But when I was first, like, I assumed an average playthrough would be like 6 to 8 hours. So it could be longer than that. But that game is already fully developed, and probably within the next week, we're going to have Steam achievements that you could get paid for. So you play through this RPG, and then as these Steam achievements come up, you could cash them in with the TAP project, and get paid in their currency for it. And over time, we're going to have more functionality where you could get paid with more coins. I almost branched out into another thing that we're doing in the future, but you just want to hear about what we have or what we're having soon. So yeah, that's going to happen very, very soon.
Okay,
and the NFTs staking, that'll probably come too, but I feel like a broken record at this point. So I apologize for that.
It's okay. Don't worry. Well, I believe like all the players and the audience and the viewers are now really looking forward to it. So, for the next question, as I know, there are like a lot of scam projects out there on the network, and what do you say that would guarantees that your project is secure enough for the players?
I guess one thing that shows that it's not a scam is we've already had our launch. We've already had all of that liquidity, like we've had all of that BNB that we raised in hand, and then we manually pushed that into liquidity. So pretty much if this was a scam or if it was a rug pull, we could have already done it. Like we already had the money, we didn't take the money. Like it's, we've already gotten past the part where a rug pull would have taken place. Also, I personally, I guess this could add some more merit to my claim on this. I totally ignoring my own team tokens. I bought the dip on Wizard with my own personal wallet. I'm one of the top holders right now, like with my personal wallet, and I'm just still not selling. We ended up going like I bought a lot around 55 cents like the other day, and just today we're pumping a lot. I'm not sure what the current price is because I'm doing the AMA, but earlier today we were at $1.50, so I was almost 3x with my own personal tokens, and I'm just not even selling them. I don't really know why now, because I can't sell them, because that would just harm the project. But yeah, so it's like the opposite of a scam, I guess, just because I'm investing my own money too and not even taking it out. But yeah, we locked all of our team tokens. We're releasing them like 10% at a time. So right now, 90% of our team tokens are locked. And since I'm the CEO of the whole project, and I got to say how much of our team tokens we had, I chose to only have 5%. My developer said that they want us to have 5 to 10%. So I just picked the absolute lowest number of that figure. I just said we'll go with 5%, and we'll hopefully make some money off of NFTs and everything. Because when we make money off of NFTs, that's not harming the liquidity of the token at all. So I think that that's a win-win. It's like, because we should get some profit, right, for creating all of this.
Exactly.
But if we could take that profit without harming the price of the token and without dipping into other people's money, then that's just a win for us, and it's a win for them. So that's what the current plan is. If we end up selling some games with our wizard token, or there's a whole different world of options out there for us in the future. But yeah, there's a lot of ways to make money that don't harm the investors. So we're gonna go with that.
Yeah. We talk a lot about like the project and like the introduction so far. I think we want to know more about the roadmap of Wizard Financial, and what plan are you guys having for the future? Maybe in like this year.
Okay. So we already have the staking. I guess more stuff on our roadmap is more staking partnerships so that we could spread out. Our NFT marketplace, which is the thing I've talked the least about, I guess I can't say much about it now because you asked for like what we're doing this year. And although it would be great if we get it this year, I don't know for sure what we're doing, because I know right now we're developing those games. That might come later on this year. It might come within the next couple months. It all depends on where we choose to place our attention. Things are developing very quickly right now with all of our video games that we're making, and with all of our partnerships to have NFT utility and to host our NFTs. So I wouldn't really be surprised at all if we end up actually having that NFT marketplace a lot sooner than we think. But yeah, our initial roadmap is on wizard.financial. There's a roadmap tab. So anyone that wants to see it, there's a roadmap there. Then also on our white paper, which I believe on our website is called Wiz Paper. I did custom artwork for that too. Like every page is just the same thing as like our video game backgrounds and everything, because I wanted to make it look really nice. We also have our roadmap on there for phase 1, 2, 3, and 4. But yeah, it's a lot of what we've already talked about with like staking, NFT partnerships, video games, NFT marketplace. The NFT marketplace is definitely going to be the biggest task on that list. And that would be a marketplace for, if we do it right, and if we're able to get a really nice, well-developed NFT marketplace, it would be not just for us to host our own fantasy NFTs, but it would be for like any kind of lover of the fantasy genre or pixel art genre to sell their own NFTs on that marketplace. That's a very ambitious one, but that's what's on our roadmap.
I mean, part of like your growth, and like how you guys have come so far, like now, like the speed, like how the project has like been growing so fast and all that. I think it was because, part of that was because like the community you guys are holding right now are like really healthy, and like they're really supportive, as I can see from the Telegram channel. Yeah, like all of them were just like so active and like so engaging in every like events or every single like thing that you guys do. So do you have any tip for like growing a community like that? And how do you guys plan on expanding it in the future?
So I guess to start off with the first part, any tips I would say is if you're like a meme coin, then just doing like hype marketing in organic growth, it would help you a lot. But we're not a meme coin, and we're more focused on the long term, and we're focused on utility. Like, so we're not getting our money from like pumping and dumping our own coin. We're getting it from just longevity. So for us, organic marketing is very important to us. It's very easy to get like a lot of followers just by like making like having there's like paid Twitter people they'll just like use bots and just give you like thousands and like tens of thousands of users. But we went the organic growth way, which still has some bumps in the road, but really like we like doing giveaways, and we've been doing giveaways in BUSD, because if we do any giveaways in our own token, it doesn't cost us anything right now, but that's going to harm the price of the coin later on, which is really bad.
Right.
So I think if everyone sees that we're doing our giveaways, giveaways are good because they attract a lot of people, but you have to make sure that you don't do it with your own token that you're creating, because otherwise it's just going to get dumped. The price is going to go down. There's going to be a lot more FUD, and it's going to end up doing more harm than good. So definitely having organic growth, appealing to other, and making partnerships and appealing to other markets that are aligned with yours. So we're like Wizards and like Dungeons and Dragons themed kind of stuff. So we want to make partnerships like with other fantasy based themes. That really helps us out a lot. And for the longevity, marketing going forward from here, I think it's honestly just going to be a lot easier now, because when you're no one, when you're just a pixel artist and someone who just got into smart contracts recently, like you don't have a lot of like partnerships yet. And now we already have all that, and we're an established project, and we've gone like we went over 4x, I think over 5x on our launch, and now we're like 3x the last time I checked from our listing, or close to it. So now people take us more seriously, so it's going to be a lot easier. So really, I think my advice for people in the beginning is a lot more important, because going forward, we just have to keep doing the same stuff. We have the money to do it now, that like not going out of our own pockets, even though we started out that way. Honestly, I still, come to think of it, all the money I've been paying for marketing, even after we launched, has still been out of my personal wallet. I figure I'll just get reimbursed for it later. But yeah, I think organic growth, if you're a long-term project, is really important. And I think you just have to pretty much market whatever you're doing. And if you have a solid project, you're going to do really well with it. So right now, NFTs are big, video games are big in the whole NFT gaming crypto community thing. So just market what you're doing really well. And if it's something that people want to invest in, then they'll do it. I think that's probably as much advice as I could give.
Yeah, I love how like you've been saying a lot about like giveaway and like just like market your like the true value of the project, because that's what we have in mind for our project as well, for BSC Army.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So like as you can see right now, we have the giveaway for those who like have like the best comments or like all that.
It goes a long way. It's a good model to have.
Exactly.
You guys are doing really good. Like any $100, we do $100 giveaway. I think we're doing a $500 giveaway soon. Like you just think about how many people are going to go nuts for that $500 or 100. Like for AMA questions, like if you do $100 between 5 or 10 people asking questions, you're going to attract a lot more people. Like you're going to get a lot more in return than that $100 that you're spending. That's why for me to pay out of pocket, it's not a big deal, because as long as I have enough to like live off of, you're just getting more in the future. So I think organic growth like that is just really important. And honestly, it's not that hard to do. You just have to be willing to let go some of your money now for more growth later.
Yeah, we're really on the same page, because yeah, that's like what we're trying to like hit when we first started BSC Army as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
speaking of giveaway, we're now moving on to the Q&A section, where we pick 5 best questions, and then we will announce those users that
Mhm.
that drop the questions later on our Twitter account, and we'll reward them with the 100 USDTs in total. And for the first one, yeah, I see a really good question over here. So do you have any planning? Do you plan to like have any collaboration with streamers? They seem very effective on promoting gaming projects.
So as only being two people that are running a whole project, there's like so much on our plate that we're working like from morning to night. It's hard to cover everything. So we haven't went into that yet, but I would totally be up for that. That sounds like it would be really fun. And
Mm-hmm.
the game that we have coming out that's connected to Steam achievements that are going to be like play to earn. I specifically put in speed running, which is something that's very common like on Twitch, like for Twitch streamers. I put in Steam achievements so that like if you beat my personal best times at different parts in the game, that's a Steam achievement. So, and that's something that we could market to Twitch really well. So yeah, I think that would be a really good idea. I'll ask my partner what he thinks about it, because he handles most of the marketing. I have some ideas for it, but he's really the marketing wizard of the two of us. But yeah, I think that's definitely worth doing. I'm 100% going to look into that because, yeah, it would be like I was saying with the organic growth. If we even like pay some Twitch streamers to like start streaming, I guess really speedrunners would be the best to start speedrunning this game. Yeah, that would go a long way. So that's a really good idea. Thank you, Trigra, for asking that.
Yeah, like I've seen so many streamers, like they, like you know how like they review the game by like streaming it on like their channels and stuff, and like after that, like all the games like got so viral. Yeah, so I think that's like really effective.
Yeah, and it aligns well with the whole organic growth thing. So I think that would be really good.
Yeah. For the second question, does your game have any events created for games community?
Any events created for? Oh yeah, so yeah, we have like our giveaways with we have a Flappy Bird clone which is like it's essentially it's called Flappy Was or Flappy Wuzzard, and it's a Flappy Bird clone that I honestly threw together in Unity 2D. I did that in like one day. I just threw it all together and I put a little scoreboard on it so that we could like, just have like kind of this manual contest where we just say like, hey guys, we posted in Telegram, whoever gets the highest score in the next 24 hours, like you get $10. Like we plan on pushing up the prize money, like as our community gets bigger and bigger and bigger, because it'll kind of snowball into more and more hype. And then we could start, when we start doing huge giveaways, we could start advertising it on Twitter and everything. But yeah, we have fun game events like that. And honestly, there have been other ones like bingo that we played bingo in other communities that I've been a personal investor in, and that's always really fun. So even just doing stuff like that, I'm all for having fun giveaways like that. So yeah, we've already had some game events and we're going to continue to do them. I'm sure as we get more stuff developed, there's just going to be more and more options to do them. So I'm looking forward to it.
That sounds so like worth waiting for all the users.
Yeah.
So there's one asking about creating more in-game transactions in order to expand your token circulation in the near future.
Definitely. So now I'll dig into something that, I've repeated a lot of the same information, but now I get to go into something else. We're not actually stopping at Wizard token. We're going to make more tokens that have entirely different tokenomics for what each coin will be created for. So we're going to make like the Knight coin, like KNIGHT, like a knight as in a video game knight. I think we're going to make that more suited for farming and like we'll have that so you could get, you know, that you could win that coin and like play to earn in video games as well. But yeah, we're definitely going to expand our game transactions in games, have it with integrated with NFTs and everything. We're also going to have a dragon token, which is, it's going to be like, so it's insane how low the supply cap is going to be. I think there's only going to be 10,000 of them, which is like very, very low. But yeah, these are all things that in-game transactions are really good because like people like them. They could make money or get value from the things that they buy with them, and then we could make revenue on that. That again doesn't harm the price of the token. So that's also a very strong idea. Any time that we can make profit to put into the further marketing and development of our project without taking any money from the investors is a really good option. So that we're 110% going to do more of that.
Agreed. Yeah, like I love how you have in mind what you're gonna go for next already. So yeah. So for the fourth question we're having right now, currently there are many competitive NFT game projects. Investors seem to be very FOMO. So Wizard has any solution for investors to win in the current red blood market when investing in Wizard?
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, we're definitely, I don't know if it's a complete bear market or if Bitcoin is just consolidating and Bitcoin kind of dictates the price of all coins really in the market, sadly, but that's just how it is. Yeah, we're definitely in bloody waters right now, but I mean, just last night, like was it yesterday or the day before? We were probably back down to like 55 cents. And then I woke up today, we're at $1.50. So there's definitely, there's gains to be made. That's like way more than 2x. That's almost 3x. And doing that in a bear market is like amazing. So it's just going to get, you know, easier and easier the more people we reach to avoid those dumps along the way. So let's see, then we competitive NFT games. I'm just rereading the question to make sure there's no information that I missed.
Yeah.
Investors seem to be very FOMO, so what is having the solution? Yeah, so I think just that's actually one of the perks of being a utility token is that although it's awesome for our investors if the price of the coin goes up, they're still going to get the same amount of value. They're going to be able to do the same amount of things regardless of what the price is. So that's going to be really strong, because if you're a meme coin, you're really hurting in this current bear market.
True.
or in this at least price consolidation. I don't know if it's not officially a bear market, then it's certainly consolidation. So if you're a meme token, you're getting hit really hard by that right now. But if you're a utility token and you're going strong, then you're going to be fine. And we're only getting started with all the utility. So if we're doing this fine now, and then yeah, once we have more utility and we're pushing even more of this marketing money into use, it's just going to get easier and easier for us at least, and for all other utility tokens, I would imagine as well. But definitely for us too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like if you're still having like a whole road in front of your in head of yours right now, so no need to worry about all that. Yeah, we're heading to the last question. Does Wizard think about expanding project to another chain such as the Rising One Polygon?
I mean, so I'm not on the technical side, right? That's Wizard. But what's really funny about that, and I don't know if I should say anything, but I'm just gonna say it because I'm a very informal and I guess therefore unprofessional kind of person. Wizard actually just told me today that that we could go to Polygon too.
Are you for real?
Yeah, he just this morning, that was one of the things I woke up to, because you know, you wake up and you have like 1,000 messages on or 1,000 like in your Telegram, especially as a project owner. You have so many of those blue bubbles in Telegram where it's like, I don't know these people, but there's like 100 people talking to me. So yeah, when I woke up in the morning, I checked it and he was just talking about going to doing stuff with Polygon too. And I was like, all right. I mean, for me, it's going to be the same either way, right? Because I'm developing the game, so that's all stuff that he has to do. So it's like, okay, we're gonna get all this benefit and I don't have to do anything. 2 thumbs up. Good. Go do it. Why not? It's a lot more people that you'll be able to reach in the market. So I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I personally think this is actually like a really good idea, like to launching it on Polygon, because it's like a trend right now. Like I see all the NFT games are going on Polygon right now.
Yeah. If that's
Yeah,
where the
so
market's going to be, it's a good idea. And it's like, if it doesn't cost us that much to do it, why not? Because like we already have our video games developed. It's like, why wouldn't you branch out to every other medium once you
true,
already have
yeah.
your product made? So yeah, branching out to other places, as long as Wuzzard is willing to do it, which it really seems like he is, then yeah, there's no reason not to do that. I think it's, I'm surprised that it's actually, I was going to say that's a good coincidence because that's the exact one that he told me about today. He didn't like mention, he didn't mention like any other chain, but I guess if it's probably not even a coincidence. He probably just said that because he knows that all the games are moving there. I don't even know that much about Polygon. I've just been so absorbed in the past 2 months in doing all this stuff. I think I actually bought like $250 of Matic like a couple weeks ago, like just because you never know when the bottom of the dip is, but we were in a dip. So I was like, hey, yeah, I'll buy. I bought like 250 of Solano. I bought 250 of Matic. So good.
Yeah. Well, Polygon is a really great place to start, to be honest.
Honestly, this is going to sound like so dumb, but it's just, I'm a very open person. This gives you a perfect glimpse into like how much of a fool I am. I like Polygon, and I put 250 into it just because the name was very close to Porygon, which is one of my favorite Pokemon. So I was like, yo, that sounds like it's going to be good. I actually bought some back when they listed on Coinbase. I think at one point they were around like 39 cents or something. I bought a good amount then just because I like the name. Like there's literally nothing. I was in so much profit from the Bitcoin like bull market. I think everyone was just kind of like putting money all over the place. And I saw Polygon. I was like, dude, that is a really good name. And it's really close to Porygon. So I got in at 39 cents. I don't even know what it's at right now, but I'm sure it's probably above that.
Yeah, that was a really nice answer from you. I think you have I think you briefly like talked enough about the project and also satisfy all the audience questions that we have today. Before ending the live, we will have a little giveaway section for those who participated in the little announcement that we had on Barmy Twitter account. So yeah, right now we'll be choosing 5 of them. Yeah, we'll be choosing them randomly through a tool online right now.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, let's find out who's the first lucky winner.
Nice. You're not a robot. Congratulations.
I know, right? It's funny how like a robot asking us, are we a robot?
Oh, I didn't. Wow, you just blew my mind. I never even thought about how it's a robot asking us if we're a robot. It's like, are you a robot? I don't trust robots.
I know, right?
Even though I'm a robot. Good.
Okay, we got our first one here. The username is MakeBit. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce your name. So yeah, let's check if this person is qualified for the reward. So they have 3 people tagged in there. Yep. And yes, they turn on the notification. They like the video and also subscribe. That's amazing. Okay.
They did it.
Yep. The second one.
No, dude, these
Oh my god, I
captures,
hate this.
dude,
I hate this.
Have you ever ran into the ones where they like you hit like the 3 buttons, you hit accept, and then it just it gives you more. Like it
gives you like another
they start
one.
disappearing. I'm so bad at those. Maybe I'm a robot. I don't know. But I'm so bad at doing those because I don't know like how many they want me to do. Like if they want me to wait for the pictures to disappear before like hitting accept, or it shouldn't be that difficult to prove that you're not a robot.
Like sometimes I think like they keep like showing up until you get like the right ones. That's just so annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we got our second one here, and yeah, let's check through the comments. Yep, they tag all of their friends in there, few people. They turn on their reminder, they liked it, and yep, subscribe, done. Okay, this will be taking a while.
I don't mind.
But congratulations though, guys. Oh yeah, the username is Coffee Reese.
Coffee Reese, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are you a coffee fan?
Yeah, I'm actually. I might not look like it, but I'm trying to diet right now. So
really?
So I've been just trying to drink a lot more water and not have my morning coffee with like all the cream and sugar and everything in it. But yeah, no,
it's just like pour like pure coffee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we got our third one here. Okay, yep. Sounds like they're good to go. I don't know how to say the username, but yeah, Harry John. Congrats. Oh my gosh, this is driving me nuts. Oh, I'm just so impatient.
I'm so glad that I don't have to be doing this on screen.
Like even though I'm not the one who's doing it right now, but it's
oh, you're not doing. Oh, oops.
No, yeah, we have one person backstage who be in charge of all this. See, like this is the one I'm so confused about. Like I clicked all of them and they just won't let me go through.
Yeah.
Okay. Picking. Damn, it's really. Oh, we got a
Horks.
Okay.
I'm reading through these names now. So there's MechBit.
Well, I don't see. Yeah, I don't see any pictures here. So yeah, this one is disqualified because they didn't show like all the subscription that they did. Yeah.
Rip. So far we have MechBit, the second one, Coffee Reese, and Sody Pie. Not sure if I pronounced that right.
Okay, so I think this might take a while. So okay. Yeah, well, that was longer than I expected.
It's okay.
Yeah, we'll be announcing all of the winners later on our Twitter because yeah, clearly that didn't go well. But yeah, we had a lot of fun talking with you today and getting to know about Wizard Financial in detail. And yeah, thank you for your time. And
thanks for having us.
Oh, guys, don't forget to claim your prize later and on our Barmy Twitter channel, Barmy Twitter account. Yep. So stay tuned for that. And yep, Baba, thank you for thank you for being here today.
Thank you too, Kristen. Thanks for having me.
Of course, it's our pleasure. So we'll be closing the live AMA right now.
All right. Bye-bye.